Good afternoon. Howdy, howdy. Hello, hello. Hope y'all are having a great Thursday afternoon. Hi, Denise. Ooh, watching at work. Hi, George. Hello. Just finished getting my setup. There we go. Hi, Rachel. Hello. All right. Got to get this shared into my group. So we get this shared into my group and we'll get a move on it. Okay. There we go. If I could spell it correctly. Hi, Beth. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, from Oregon. It's a little earlier there, probably around lunchtime, right? Think, ink, Thursday. Awesome. All right, so here we go. So I'm a little early today, right? Like normally on Thursdays. I could spell it correctly. Hi, Beth. Hi, Cheryl. You can hear my voice. Normally on Thursdays, I do a little bit later in the evening. However, tonight is our Luke Bryan concert where we, it was September 27th, and then we had like thunderstorms and lightning, and so they canceled it, and now it's today. So I'm coming live a little bit earlier. Hey, Karen. Hi, other Karen. Hi, Dawn Marie and Renee. Hello. So, I had said, I'll make a shirt for myself and blah, blah, blah. And then today I realized I got to go live earlier. I don't have time to find a shirt. What am I going to do? So I've been wanting to make this project for a long time. I'm going to show you what I have. This is one of our super cute easy transfer, right? 8.5 by 11, house plus love equals home. And I have a whole display that I'm going to use. When I'm done with this, I'm going to show you some of the things that I got. So, I have this little guy here. They're still kind of wrapped up. I have this sweet little, these are like ceramic houses. And then there's this one. Okay, so I don't know, can you guys see? They're like gloss ceramic up here and then knots down here, right? Okay, so they're super cute. I have 3 houses. Plus there is something else that we have Couture related that I will put this all together with. But it will be super cute with this. I'm going to do a hanging banner. They come packaged like this. These are super inexpensive. I want to say like less than 10 bucks. Silly me for not like looking it up before I got online. But super inexpensive. This is the 9 by 12 hanging banner. Hi, Margaret. Oh, Margaret, I still got to check on that transfer. Last night I was not here. Okay, so we have, these are the hanging banners, and then I know I made one. Well, I can show you the one I made not too long ago with our glow-in-the-dark ink. Do you remember? So this is a large hanging banner like that. That is what we're making. And so my hanging banner will fit perfectly with my cute ceramic houses, the display of those. I'm going to set these over here so I don't knock them off or break them, because that's typically what I would do. Move all my paper and get out an ink mat. Yeah. So I have not been at Target. Thank you. We will have a blast. I haven't been to Target lately. I haven't had a lot of shopping time. But what I'm going to do is get this. So I'm putting it on top of our sticky ink mat. And I'm just going to kind of get the wrinkles out by sticking it to the mat. Super easy. And then this will be perfect right on top of here. These are light up houses. Wait, can you hold on? It's hard to see. See, it's a light up house. It's got a little candle inside. Fake candle, right? Like you turn a switch. It's just a light. It's not even a candle. It's just a switch. And yes, so, it's so hard to see. But you can see there. It's lit up on the inside. Yeah. So light up houses in a display with this. And we'll see what else I come up with. So I'm going to utilize my mat to make sure that this is straight. If I put it on the line, maybe if I move it down, I can see it on my, there we go. Okay, so that is straight, means this will be straight when I lay it down. Dawn Marie, send me a message and ask me, and then I can just respond to you. And I will tell you, because I'll tell you this, like, it was awesome because I got free 2-day shipping. That's like, love it. I almost never shop anywhere else online. But, yeah. Definitely got free 2-day shipping. Hopefully that's a big hint. Why do you keep falling? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Julie. Howdy. Okay. This is all on here, stuck down. There is an awful lot of screen here. You guys see that? Just a ton. And so these little parts in here, hi Joyce, are very important to be stuck down. Now we're doing this black because these are white, like it's gonna be black and white just because there's no good reason, because that's what I want. Now remember, this is ink, not chalk. My area is a mess as usual. I'm going to use a small squeegee. I just washed these so they're like wet. I'm going to use a small squeegee. There's a little thing over there. Awesome, Dawn Marie. Good. Yeah. I'm pretty good at giving hints. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat press here. Follow the directions for the fabric that we're using. We're using cotton canvas, so we'll use the cotton setting. All right, now this looks pretty liquidy. I don't know, it's pretty interesting. So I am going to start over here, and I already got some on my finger. You guys, I'm just going to go slow and steady on this piece right here. I want to be careful not to press down too much, because when you press down on the transfer, what happens is it can actually create bubbles underneath some of those sticky parts. Hi, Rebecca. Oh, so if you create a bubble under the sticky part because you're pressing down too much, and this is especially on fabric, not necessarily other things. But if you do that and you create those bubbles, this ink can migrate, right? Like it can go underneath those bubbles, and you want the words to show up, so you don't want any bubbles. So I'm doing my best. And you don't have to rush. Oh good, my heat press is all set. You don't have to rush on this. You can just go as quickly or as... Oh, I feel like some of this is moving as I'm inking. And the sad thing is I won't know till I lift it up to see if, because I can see a bubble. Darn it. I think as we do it, sometimes that happens. Well, either I'm going to have a big black blob on my thing, or maybe not. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't know. I really don't know what's in store for me. But I can see it's completely lifting up, like as it was getting wet. Everybody, cross your fingers. I hope this turns out. Hi, Anne. Hi, Laura. If it doesn't, I'm going to be sad, and I'm going to want to turn off the camera ASAP. There's a little spot here, and I think I can fix it. I don't know if I can. Just gonna be very careful and try to fix that spot. I didn't go over it twice. Ah, crumb. Oh, yep. So that is exactly where that bubble was. Right at the O. Some of those letters, well, you can kind of see what it looks like. And honestly, you didn't get that. Yeah, it totally ran through there. Bummer. Bummer. I wonder, I don't know if I'm going to, let's be real for a minute. Let's take our eyes off of that piece that we just did and let's learn something. Oh, hi, Lisa. As I was looking at the black, the black is kind of, I think, a thinner ink. So you always have to be careful with it. I'm not sure if I were to do it again, if it would come out the same way if I did anything different. I'm not sure why the bubbles came, because there weren't bubbles until I started doing it, and I was trying to go lightly. all in all, it's just kind of like a distressed look. You can actually see the letters, but they're different. See, like the H is a skinnier letter because for whatever reason it snuck in there. And maybe it is just the black. I don't know. But as like sad as it is that this didn't turn out perfectly, if I heat set it, I actually think I could still use it, because if I heat set it and then if I kind of make it look distressed or worn out, it would just look distressed or worn out, like some of the things are just worn off of it. So I don't think it's a total loss. I'm trying to be creative here. So I need to dry it and check out and just kind of see. Yeah, Lisa, so the way that we would thicken the ink is by opening up your ink container and letting it set out for a little bit so that some of the liquid evaporates a little bit. I'm talking like hours, like let it set open for a few hours. And sometimes it's just the black. And I think it's because it has so much pigment that possibly is why it is a thinner consistency. I just, like, if I could compare, because I just know this to be true. I've had experience with it. If I compare it with, let's just pull out the white and we'll look at the white and the black side by side. So you will get all right, so let me turn on my bottom camera. So you can see this black. If I tilt it over, it will run out of the container. Now look at this white. While it's not as thick as chalk, if I tilt it over, it's not going to come out of the container. It's not as thick as chalk, but it's also not as runny as the black is. So you can kind of see, and I knew this going in, I knew this looked pretty liquidy. We have to be kind of careful with that, the way we use it. So it's not necessarily every ink. And I've had this ink for a while, which doesn't mean anything. Usually they stay the same consistency for as long as I've had it. I have inks that are original back in February of 2018 when we first got it. So honestly, that's not even a contender because they all still work the same. Yeah. Black and red. Kat, you're right. The red is too. I haven't used red in a while because of how much pigment goes into it to make it that color. So, like I said, I actually think I might be able to like somehow make this work. The back looks pretty cool, even though it's backwards. Oh, you can't see me. Oh, gush, gush, gush. But I said the back looks pretty cool, even though it's backwards. So my thought is there might be a way to kind of distress, and we'll go ahead and heat this. Yes, it is like marshmallow fluff, but it's not sticky. Oh, yeah, no, it soaks through these. You can't do anything on the back, which is fine. While I'm heat pressing this, let's talk a little bit about about everything. Yesterday, when I did the Club Couture transfer in 2 ways, I totally forgot to talk about Club, how to get that transfer. You can't just buy it. You can't just order it from me. You actually have to join our Club Couture subscription. And if you want more information on that, it's just a cool subscription box, $19.99 a month. You get 3 awesome chalk colors plus a transfer every month delivered free to your door. And it's only $19.99. So, you can type club in the comments for more information, and that way I can send you a message. If you are on Facebook, I will send you a message, and it will give you the link to read more about, I'm going to do this twice, read more about the club. Then the next thing, in my VIP group, if you're new to me and you are not inside my customer VIP group, then go ahead and type add me and I will get you the link to that. And if you think what I'm doing is fun, aside from the little teachable moment that I've been having, if you think all of that would be cool for you and you're looking for some extra money, go ahead and type team in the comments and I will get you the link to watch a quick video that tells all about how to be a designer like me, how you can earn some money and have fun and be creative while you're doing that. So type team for that. And if you're on Facebook, I will send you a message because we're linked by Messenger. But if you are not on Facebook and you are watching me on YouTube, it's totally different. And we don't have Messenger to link us, so we have to use the comments. So I will reply to your comment. So here is our house and home. I may be able to salvage this. Cover the letters and do it in white over the black. I can't really cover. Oh, like put the transfer back on it and do. Hey, I wonder what it would look like now that we're chatting about this. I wonder what it would look like if I did like a different color over it, but not too different, not black, but what about like a gray? Hold on. Hold please, I have an idea. What do you guys think? Should I try to do, oh, I can see where the ink went right through there. And it wasn't because this wasn't sticky, because it really was sticky. Now we need it to dry. I will take my microfiber side of my fuzzing cloth and dry it off. As I stick that down, I'm going to dry the top of it. And then I will air dry it a little bit. What do you think? Tell me yes or no. Should I try to lay this back down and do a layer over it? Why not? You canny use it again. Yes, so let's see, because it will be a different color if I line it up. Why is it not lining up? Did it shrink? You guys, I'm not even kidding right now. This is not lining up. Look how much smaller. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is crazy. I can line up the letters. Oh, because it was, hold on. It was on a sticky mat and it was stretched out. So hold on. Let me put it back on a sticky mat. And now that might make sense too. If it was stretched on a sticky mat and then all of a sudden it stopped being stuck because it, I'm listening. I'm listening to myself. Oh yeah, Karen, I hear you on that. Sometimes there are different things. All right, so let's say, wow, this is not going to line up because I think my fabric was stretched when I put it on the sticky mat this way. And then when I put the ink on it, it started unstretching. I might have just learned something that I... So this will kind of have to be offset, so it will have a little bit of the black showing through and some of the white. All right, let's see if this works better. Let's choose a different color. We'll go with the gray, or the, whatever it's called, Storm. All right, so I have our old, this is our old style taupe, which is basically Storm. It's that color. So we'll use that. This will be a very good learning experience for me. Okay. All right. Okay, same thing. I'm going to use the same size squeegee. And let's make sure I can get all of this ink out of there. Hopefully I have enough, which I should. It's definitely a thicker ink. But as I do it, take a deep breath, relax. Hopefully this will work. I may have to go get some more ink. It's not too far, it's just right over there. Oh, are you guys seeing me? Okay, you can see me. For a minute there, I thought you were looking at the top of my head. It won't fix the words, but this is why I'm doing a different color, because it'll at least, they'll still show up, but it will have like a two-tone or a little distressed look. We'll see. Guys, I have nothing to lose, right? I have nothing to lose. It already kind of flopped a little bit. If it turns out, then we learn something. If it doesn't turn out, then we just pretend it never happened. And you never, ever speak of it again. I think that's the ticket. Oh boy. No, we're going to need you to stay on, please. I'm going to go ahead and dab it right there. Okay. Oh, good. We have enough. Pop this back in the container. Carol, thank you. Well, we did learn, if you guys didn't know, that the black and red ink are kind of runny. That was a learning experience, right? All right. Let's see. It's kind of cool. It's not bad. You can definitely see the words, and it kind of looks like just like a highlightedness of it. It honestly isn't bad. I can hold it up a little bit so you can see. I really don't think it's that bad. The true thing will be, what and how will I design around it if I decide to use this. And oh, by the way, if you were doing a transfer that you needed to do layers, this is exactly how I would do it anyway. You would dry it first and heat set it if it were something like this. It does kind of look embossed, and I actually love the way the H turned out. Like, you guys can't see, you might not be able to see, but there's like just little shadowing of and the M looks really cool with the black. Up close, you know, it always looks different than what you guys are seeing on camera. But I think it's kind of cool the way that turned out. So we'll get this heat set. Wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but not bad. Doing it over a second time. We just have to dry it. Ta-da! Yes, exactly. The M and the E I love how those turned out with the black paint. I wish there was a little bit of white showing here, but on the O, but that's okay. I can't like take away that color or paint the same. The black was so quick to dry because it was so thin, and this will take a little bit longer to dry for sure. For sure. Thanks, Vicky. I appreciate it. I try. You know. still tacky. Look at it like, oh, it doesn't work that way. You can see it kind of like standing up. I really do like it up close. I actually do. And I would tell you if I didn't like it. Because I am super honest about stuff like this. And I even love this swirl, how it ended up turning out. So it's tacky, a little bit tacky, but it's not, it doesn't feel too wet, but I feel like it still needs to dry a little bit, like it's not. Thank you, Mary Lou. Like it just needs to be dry. So let me clean this up real quickly and get it put back. And then, oh, good gravy. Okay, there we go. I don't know, I'm gonna have to open a new ink, the Storm or whatever. Okay. And let's try a little more drying. Oh, thanks, Carol. Could you put a wooden O over it? I could. I could put something over it. What I'm actually thinking is how I hang this. If I hang it in a way that's like I almost feel like if I hung it in a way that I even could like do, you know, stagger this so that it's like you can still see what it says, but it might be a little bit covered up. All right, so let's go ahead and heat set this. Okay. There we go. I know. Well, when I'm live, I would like to just throw it in the trash and pretend like it never happened, but there's not much I can do when you're live, so I have to try to be creative. I think that's probably one thing that, if anything, that I've learned is when you're doing the creative process, there's usually a way to fix it or work with it. That's steamy from my mat. When that mat gets used, it gets steamy, and then if I use it like a second, third, fourth time, it gets even more steamy. Probably need to do one more, but I think I'll grab a different mat. Grab a different one. Let's flip her over. And we'll do it one last time, and then that will be our finished product from this creative session. I thank y'all for sticking with me and watching with me about using a paintbrush to fill in the O. The problem with filling in the O is it's not meant to be filled in, and it would look different than all the other letters because it's meant to be the color of the fabric, and I don't have the color of the fabric unless Now you got me thinking. Unless I do have the color of the fabric in ink. If that's the only thing that bothers me, right? Let me see. Let me grab my paintbrush. Oh gosh, you guys have me. I'd rather just use the ink. Looking very similar. All I have to do, I could have put this thing back over it actually. The transfer, I could have put the transfer. I forgot that I had this color. And it very much looks like canvas. The color. And I just need to like dot the fabric right here. I know I'm concentrating, so I'm quiet. What about the skinny font over it? Okay, I missed it. How did the black get on the O? Oh yeah, Cindy, you missed it. So we did it in black, and because the black is a thinner ink, it bled through. So I washed the transfer, I dried it, I heat set the black, and I went back over it with the Storm. Okay, now I'm just finishing touching up this, and I can heat set it. The color does blend quite well, I have to say. So it looks pretty good. Now, we'll just heat set that. Mary Lou, can you even believe? Although I do want to say the plus sign, so all of those up here have a lot of black in them except the plus sign. So maybe I should put a little black before I get too carried away in that plus sign so that it matches. And then that shouldn't be too hard. Just a little bit. Voila. I actually You guys, check it out. So don't give up when things go bad. For the most part, you can usually save whatever you're working on. All right, now the final thing after all of that, yay! Oh, thanks, Londa. Thank you, Joyce. I'm so happy with the O. I tell you what. Sometimes bad things happen in life only so that we learn from them. I know I've told you guys this story before. I'm sure you may not have heard it. But when my daughter was 9 years old, she had a terrible infection inside of her knee joint, right? She had to go to the hospital. She had to have multiple surgeries. It was not easy. It was the hardest thing she's ever had to go through. 3 weeks in the hospital, 6 weeks on a PICC line of antibiotics after she got out of the hospital, using a wheelchair and a walker because she was cut from the top of her knee down, and a year of physical therapy that she cried every time because it hurt so much. And she would just ask me why. Well, she asked me once when we were in the hospital, and she was in agony. She wasn't sleeping. She couldn't sleep. It was awful. She just said, why did this happen to me? Then I have to say, because I'm the mom, why it happened to her and not somebody else, right? Because she's not going to be happy with any other answer. And I said, number one, you're so lucky that this is a curable illness, right? Because we had seen kids in the hospital, because we were on the children's hospital, and we had seen, children with cancer and all kinds of other diseases that may not be curable. And so first I pointed that out. Like, we are lucky that this is all that it is, even though it was the hardest thing ever in the world. And then I said, these kinds of things happen to people because doctors need to learn and they need to know how to treat these. And I said, it happened to you because you have a mom who can help you through it. Not everybody has that, right? So I'm making up this answer. Everything happens for a reason. We have to learn from our mistakes, yada, yada, yada. Doctors have to learn how to fix things. Look at all of the things in our lifetime that have come about that weren't curable and now they're curable. So long story short, don't give up when things go wrong. You can learn from them and figure it out and make it better, right? Honestly, seriously. Yay. It's really not that bad. It's actually pretty cute, and I promise I'm going to use it with my houses. They're going to be so adorable. Turn on the lights. We're going to do a whole display. It's part of my I'm not sure if it's going to be... See, I don't have a mantle. I don't have a fireplace. So all these gorgeous fireplace, mantle, decor things, I just sit there and envy. And I asked my husband if he would just build me a mantle. Like, I don't need a fireplace. I mean, I would love one. But just make me a mantle. Put it on my wall and let me decorate it. So I use my dining room table as, like, where a lot of my displays go, and I have different shelving and everything. But anyway, this will be good. This will be good. It's not the end of the world. I didn't give up. I didn't throw it in the towel. I didn't throw it in the trash. All is good. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. It's going to be super cute. Let's get the dowel in there. There. So the little dowel is in there, and it comes with this little string to hang it. Mine, I may be going with something different because I'm not sure how I'm going to be hanging it because my display won't be up against a wall or anything. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't have it all figured out yet, but it's cute. It worked, and I saved it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Tomorrow, same time, same place, 2 p.m. Where is Total Request Live? I'm going to go right now, post the Total Request Live post so that you guys can comment with what would you like to see me do tomorrow? You want to see me do chalk? Is it a special technique? Is it a certain transfer? What do you want me to show you? And we'll do that in my own special way. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.